Come on. Aswand, Cruickshank, your one and only Move Swiftly speaker, checking in for a daily Move Swiftly thought, giving you a perspective on teamwork that you will not get anywhere else. Wow. Woo! Wow. Let me tell you, first and foremost, I got to thank the two programs, Alabama football and Georgia football. I got to thank those two programs for giving me some unbelievable content, for emphasizing the point I make on this show every single day about teamwork, about how to utilize teamwork, about innovative teamwork, about how when you win as a team, when you build a great program, unbelievable things happen when you build it in a way in which everybody, the entire team benefits. Thank you so much for a wonderful game Saturday night. I'm recording this Monday. I believe it's last day of Monday, actually, September 30th, 2024. And the game of the year, easily the game of the year. I don't know if it's going to be possible. I would love if I'm wrong about this, but I don't know if it's possible for another game to top that one, because my goodness, that was a football game. That was a fucking football game, and there's so many things that you as a business owner, have to take away. A business owner, a leader, corporate exec, the person who's responsible for creating a team, creating a cohesive culture, for bringing in the right people. There's so many takeaways from that game that I won't have time to get into all of them, but I'll give you the main ones, and I'll probably do a deeper dive on just the concept in general. Right? First and foremost, understand great programs. I'm talking about the elite level programs, the programs that you're constantly hearing about. These programs do not rebuild. You hear it all the time. Oh, we're in a rebuilding year and this, that, no, fuck that. Listen, the elite programs, and this is across the board, regardless, whether it's college, pros, high school, it's hard to do with the pros because we're talking money, but even in the pros, you start to see some of the similar coaches who are constantly in the playoffs year in and year out. Understand that the elite programs, just like the elite organizations, just like the elite businesses, they don't rebuild. They don't have rebuilding years. They simply reload, baby. They simply reload. I swear. I was watching the kid, Ryan Williams, catch that touchdown pass, and it looked like am I like in a time? I feel like I'm looking at Julio Jones and, the Amari Coopers, the Calvin Ridleys, them boys that just, when Alabama was just stacked. There were points, there were people picking Alabama 1 and Alabama 1A and number 1 and 2, like they were stacked. And, again, great programs, they don't rebuild, they simply reload. So if you're a business owner, if you're someone that is somewhat interested in building a great organization, you got to have it to where you're reloading year in and year out. You're reloading. Put that in your head. Don't go in with the concept of, I'm going to rebuild here and there. No, fuck that. Reload, all right? Second thing we got to take away, probably the most important thing, actually, I don't want to say the most important thing, but if I had to pick one of the most important things out of the three main takeaways today, the second thing is culture. All right, as a leader, understand that when Nick Saban retired just a couple months ago, it came out the blue. It was a complete shocker. No one was really expecting it. It was just out of the blue. It was after they lost in the Rose Bowl, and he decided, hey, he's done with it. And the question going into this offseason, the question going into that game, especially when it comes to the transfer portal and all the guys kind of jumping ship from Alabama and all that kind of stuff, the question was, are they going to be as good without Nick Saban? And seeing that, again, he's no longer the coach there anymore, and they don't have the Nick Saban selling point to build Alabama, all right? And obviously that wasn't the case. Obviously that was not the case, all right? So the real takeaway is, if you as a business owner, you as the face of your organization, if you were to retire today, if you were to let it all go today, God forbid something happens that's making you retire, whatever the reason is your program or is the organization, is the culture going to have the same productivity? All right, that's really the mark, in my personal opinion, when you're talking about judging or evaluating great coaches and great educators and great leaders, great business owners. It's when they leave their programs, when they leave their respective situations or the situations in which they really made a name for themselves, does the program continue to flourish without them being there? That's how you really evaluate a leader. Okay, and obviously, again, based on what we saw Saturday night, the Alabama Crimson Tide are still the Alabama Crimson Tide. All right, they're still the Alabama Crimson Tide. And this is coming from a Michigan fan who I can wholeheartedly admit they had us beat in the Rose Bowl just a few months ago. We got out of that one. I don't know how we got out of that one, but we won it. All right, we won it, and obviously we're going to take the win. All right, so that's the second thing. Next thing, do not stop fighting. Do not stop fighting. I mean, the game was won. I mean, Georgia was down. I believe it was like 4 touchdowns they were down. They were getting their fucking ass beat, and they damn near came back and won the game easily. Like, when I say easily could have won the game, it just takes a bat down ball. It took literally a big play and an interception in the red zone by Carson Beck. It took all of that just for them to lose the game. I mean, it was that close for them to them coming back. And it happened because they did not stop fighting. Understand that that win was one win. However, because of the 12-team playoff system, because of the way things are structured, Georgia's going to get in the playoffs. It's not going to be like last year where they're not going to get in the playoffs or anything like that. Georgia's getting in, Alabama's getting in, and we may have I would not be surprised if we get the privilege and be fortunate enough to see those two teams duke it out one more time. That would be pretty awesome. Obviously, as a Michigan fan, I'd love to see Michigan get their offense together and, make another run at the national championship. So I'm hoping that happens, but I would have no issue whatsoever in seeing another Georgia-Alabama matchup, all right? I'll have more on this as the year goes on. As you guys know, if you're a regular consumer to my work, you already know everything that happens on the field. The game teaches life. That's one of my superpowers, is to take the lessons that the game teaches and apply it to your business and show you ways in which it applies to your business, show you ways in which it can help with your productivity, help when it comes to who you bring in, help when it comes to what your mission needs to be, help when it comes to creating that cohesive unit that we see on the field where everybody's rhymed with each other. Everybody's just, has their goal, and everybody is working together for one mission. That's what we want in the workplace. That's what we want our businesses to be. That's how we want it looking, all right? So I'll have more on this. The main website to check out to dive deeper into all my work, it's makeyourmove.com. That's makeyourmove.com. One-stop shop for all your teamwork and your self-development needs. Aswand Cruickshank, your one and only Move Swiftly speaker, checking out. You guys continue to move swiftly. We will talk more soon.